In last week's program, we saw engineering genius Professor Moses Musazi start to shape up Moi Girls Secondary School in Marsabit. He designed a 100,000-litre water tank, started work on 8 new latrines and a new classroom block, all made possible by his money-saving brick-making machine. Marsabit, an oasis of green in Kenya's eastern province and home to several nomadic tribes. It is a place of tradition and culture where the woman's place is at home and a girl's right to an education goes unrecognized. Luckily, Principal Maeke, with the help of the Ministry of Education, runs a boarding school that provides a home and education to hundreds of these girls. Now, new equipment is arriving for Professor Moses Musazi and his team of workers from Uganda. So let's find out exactly how they'll be shaping up Moi Girls School, Marsabit.
No. Fred, if you remember, I rang twice. When I was in Nairobi, I said I want medium gauge. When I went back to Kampala, they sent me a price and I asked the girl, Anne, is that medium gauge? She confirmed that was medium gauge. And what I have here is light gauge. I'm trying to organize that they are returned to Nairobi. I can't use them. No, it's not your fault. Okay, cheers. Thank you very much.
Not only have the wrong kind of pipes been delivered, there are other items missing too.
I had actually ordered for 100 pieces of flat sheets that we are going to do the rainwater harvesting gutters. Now they are not delivered. I don't know where the error was, whether they were not ordered by Makiga Engineering, but certainly they're not part of the delivery. Now that is going to affect my work because I need those sheets for the work.
Despite the delays the construction work has to go on, the professor's special mud bricks are piling up and the men are still busy digging the enormous hole for the water tank.
The men are 6 and they're working quite well. If they can work as hard as this, the way you see it, maybe in another 3 days we should be almost through. I noticed that as they go deeper, the work is going to be harder, and therefore I'm prepared to hire more people so that work is completed as on schedule.
Eunice's girls have to go to boarding school because as nomads, their families are constantly on the move. Now on their school holiday, Eunice is taking me to visit the girls at home to talk about the challenges their parents face, particularly when it comes to paying school fees. We're going to meet Gumato, whose father is Rendile and mother is Gabra. I'm touched by how much dedication Eunice has for her girls. Being a principal is clearly more than just a job for her.
This is a village where one of my students, Gumato, she's in Form 2 now. And well, when you look around, this is purely a semi-arid area. And the parents can hardly get anything out of this kind of landscape. I do not know how they manage to pay the fees. Odi. Habari ya mama.
How are you? We are fine. How are you, Gumato? Fine. Today we have come to visit you.
Na wote wanasoma?
Are all your children in school?
Yes, they're all in school. Gumato and Besley are in school together. They have the bursary. But I don't have the money. I want to make this busa, we call it the Rendile busa. So I get money for their transport and food for my children.
I know some parents around here who have had their children in school just like Gumato, but they didn't have money, so they gave up on sending them to school, isn't it? Or just let them stay at home. Did your daughter push you too hard to go to school?
Yes, my daughter really wanted to go to school. She loves school. So that in future, she can help me.
So what are you making today?
Busa.
Busa.
Ndio.
Alafu utauza. And then are you going to sell or drink it?
This
is mostly for sale.
Wakati nauza bado kidogo.
But sometimes the government does not allow this illicit food to be sold. As the chief has to about it.
Are we supposed to let our children starve to death at home?
So the chief hasn't asked you?
No.
Lakini hiyo ni mzuri sana.
All right. I'm happy that I came to visit you and also see where Gumato comes from and see what the mother does.
Sasa akiwa uko shule, utakuwa na
When we get back to school again, I'll make sure that Gumato works very hard to uplift the rest of the family members.
Wenzako na lazima atie bidii. Gumato, when you look up at where you live and what your mother is doing, do you really want to stay in school and work hard? What do you want to be in future?
I want to be an engineer.
You want to be an engineer? So that you can come and build a very big house here?
Yes.
Where is this? I want to see What are you doing?
I'm really shocked. This girl comes from such a pathetic family. I've just been watching her in school and fees has been coming in through someone, a donor, and it really looks bad. And you can see there's no signs of any lunch that is going to be done. A family of 7 going without lunch. They do not know when their next meal will be. It has become real to me now that quite maybe a bigger population of those girls who come from this kind of lifestyle, then the home is not a comfort.
We're now moving on to meet another student, Eunice's namesake, at her family home.
How are you, Eunice? Habari ya mama?
How are you, Mama?
I'm very fine.
Today we have come to visit you here.
You are most welcome.
Na Jumatatu utamleta.
Since schools are opening on Monday, what are we going to do? Because I'm expecting you to bring fees. You heard over the radio that the government said it's going to pay half of the fees and the rest you're supposed to pay.
I will collect all the money I have, but it's not enough.
So we'll still get back to the whole fees problem we had.
Yes, we will go back to the same problem, but I will come and ask you for more time so I can bring it later.
And I've seen Eunice. Do you have other children?
Yes, I have other children.
One has finished school and is in college now, and another one is in primary school in class 5.
Okay, any other?
Yes, the other one is married there.
Now, something interesting has just come up. We've just discovered that Eunice actually has an older sister, Claudia, who had to drop out of school to tend to the goats. Now, we just want to talk to her and find out exactly what her feelings are about girl child education. Habari zenyu? Sasa. Unaweza kuniambia kuhusu ile saa ulikuwa shule? Could you tell me about the time you were in school and what happened for you to drop out?
That time my dad made me drop out so I could tend to the goats. But I wanted to continue with school. You know, there was no one to look after the goats, so he made me to drop out and look after them.
Now, ulisikiaje? How did you feel?
I felt very bad.
How old were you when you got married?
I really don't know the years.
Okay.
Back at the school, the Shape Up team are working hard. Remember the awful toilet conditions the girls have to endure? Only one toilet for 70 girls? And all the time wasted waiting to use them? Well, all that is changing. Come along, I want to let you in on a little secret. Now, Eunice is away on school business, and while she's away, Moses has started work on some new latrines. So instead of this, the girls will be having some pretty new ones that Moses is working on right now.
Follow me. Hi, Prof.
Hello. How are you?
I'm very well. So what do we have here?
We are constructing a permanent pit latrine.
So how many toilets will this have?
8. 4 on this side, 4 on the other side. And we're going to have a screen wall this way, so you can walk in here in complete privacy, or walk in on the other side in complete privacy, do whatever you want to do, dispose of your used sanitary pads without anybody seeing you.
And you've said it will take about 10 years before it actually fills up,
Yes.
despite the fact that there's so many girls who are going to be using it.
We know girls or kids or school kids can be very cheeky. Some will throw shoes in here, some will throw bottles here, but we are saying that after 10 years, that's when one needs to go and clean it up. And the fact is, after even 10 years, you're going to empty it and use it again as if it was new.
Sounds like a nice plan.
Yes.
The professor wants the technology he's using in the school to be adopted by the whole community. He's gone to the local technical college to show the principal and the students how to build his incinerators and cooking stoves.
So brother, what you have here is an incinerator which is already made. It has got all the facilities that are required for an incinerator. What the students are going to do is to actually weld this one properly, because we realize that there may not be a roller to roll this thick material.
Yes.
So therefore, they're going to roll it here.
Okay.
They're going to cut and put whatever you see here so that this and this look the same.
Okay.
So they're going to use this one as an example in order to be able to make this one.
Okay.
You can burn the rubbish and also get hot water at the same time.
From the same machine?
From the same machine.
The students are fast workers and it's not long before hot water tanks and cooking stoves arrive at the school.
The girls will be all pouring water in here and they'll be collecting hot water from wherever, either here or somewhere outside there.
And there's another problem for the professor.
They were put on your lorry, but they did not arrive here. Can you check with the other man who drove the lorry, the one that they brought the things on?
He thought the steel sheets were on their way to the school, but they've gone missing again. No steel sheets, no gutters. It's not going well for the prof.
But I'm going to do my best to see that nothing is delayed. I'm very worried about some of the items, especially the sheets that make the gutters. If they are lost, I have a big problem because they're vital items for finishing my work. I may have to buy other items.
While the prof is trying to sort out his problems, Principal Eunice continues to investigate the problems facing her students and their families.
We depend on this shamba daily. I normally plant beans and maize, then I harvest, and that's how I get money and fees for Eunice.
So if this is what you depend on, when there is no harvest, what do you do?
At home? Then we have to get food from the shop. I sell the milk, I get some money, and then I buy food for the children. But when I get a good harvest, I sell half the produce and then use the other half for food.
But will what you're holding now be enough?
No, it will not be enough.
So how will I get Eunice's fees?
I will just ask the teacher to be patient with me. Maybe write me a debt. Then I'll pray to God, and then the little money I get, I will take to school.
So you told me sometimes that you sell milk. If you can, could you sell some milk to the school? Then we'll agree on the money, then I'll deduct Eunice's fees, and then I'll give you the rest so that you can also do other things, because I can see you are determined to educate Eunice.
Wow. Thank you very much, teacher. If that can happen, I think it's a very good idea. I like it a lot.
So that we can also help each other, because education is very important. If I didn't go to school, I wouldn't be here today.
Yes, that's true. Education is important.
While the principal is organizing the details of Eunice's mother selling milk to the school, I've decided to go and find Eunice's brother and ask him whether he thinks it's worth giving girls an education.
Na kwa vijana kwenda shule.
Do you think it's important for boys to go to school?
It's important.
Why is it important?
Because if a man gets an education or employment, he will help his father's household. But if a girl gets educated, she will not help her family. She'll only help her own family.
So unasikiaje vile dada zako wana?
So how do you feel about your sisters going to school?
I don't see the importance.
Uoni maana yake. Sasa inyo lako nasikia nikiguza.
So I hear if I touch your hair, I will have to marry you.
You see, if you touch my hair, things will get complicated. You will have to stay here and marry me. So if you don't go back to your home, just touch it.
Oh, lovely hair, but I can't touch, because if I touch, I'm not getting out of Marsabit.
Since there are so many girls where you're coming from, why don't you just stay here with me?
Niende na wewe. Oh, he's proposing. I've just been proposed to.
The sheets here will be used to make the gutters, the water gutters.
Lakini si mtatupatia nini? Delivery.
Phew, some of the missing materials have arrived at last.
And some of them will be used to make the incinerator. The thick ones will be used to make the incinerator.
And there are so many props. Are you sure you need all this?
Yes, we need to harvest as much water as possible. Therefore, we're going to have as many gutters as we can afford. Because water here is the biggest problem.
These ones are for what?
Now these ones will be used to make the brackets of the gutters. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm excited about this. You know, it's going to be such a big relief for me, and more so even for the girls. Now that hopefully, I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to harvest water, have a new classroom. It feels great. It's going to be big Christmas for me.
Definitely it is.
So you're the father Christmas for Mwe girls. He's the father Christmas.
I think so. I wish the girls were here to hear that.
Well, it won't be long until the girls are here, so it's a good thing the more materials for the water heaters have turned up.
Okay, here we are. We've got our water heater, water jacket that is going to go straight into here.
This is quite heavy.
It is heavy, about 100 kilograms in weight. Here we go. Exactly, yes. This is a water jacket, whereby you've got an inlet and outlet. Inside here it is hollow.
Okay.
Okay.
Ah.
Such that this one leads from the cold water container into here. The water surrounds the food which you are cooking, and therefore the hot water comes out into an insulated big tank. At the end of the cooking session, you've got 200 liters of hot water there. Your food will be ready at no extra cost.
Now, doesn't this reduce the amount of food being cooked because it looks smaller?
Yeah, it looks smaller. Definitely it does. When the technical school makes another one, okay, they can make one which is as big as this one.
It will be Christmas for them every other day.
Oh yes, why not? Why not? Yes.
Okay.
It's not just the kitchen that the prof has been shaping up. He's taking me to see his water filtering system, which he says will provide the girls with a constant supply of clean drinking water.
You can take any dirty water, and all you need to do is to pour it in here, so that at the end of it, you have got clean water.
So, Prof, what you're trying to say is that you can actually put any kind of dirty water in here And it will be safe for human consumption.
Certainly, it will not only be clean, sparkling clean, but to be free of germs.
I want to see how that works.
Let's see whether I can get some dirty water from the kitchen.
I'm here.
Okay. Here we are. I've got some dirty water from the kitchen. Would you like to have a look? There you are.
Okay.
So I'm going to pour it in here.
Professor. Even all that residue.
Yeah.
Oh.
Right, it has started dripping through. Now it is faster.
Is it the same water we put in here?
Yeah.
So clean and so crispy.
Yes. So this water is clean and is free of any bacteria.
Can I finish it? I was actually quite thirsty.
Sure, go on.
Thanks to the arrival of the missing materials, the profs team has been hard at work. I wonder whether they'll be able to catch up with the valuable time and complete the shape up ready for the start of the new term. Once the water harvesting system is in place, it's going to make an enormous difference to Eunice and the girls at the school. Not only will it save them time and energy, but it will also save Eunice a great deal of money.
Most of the water falls right off the roofs. Now we're talking about vital water for drinking and cleaning, but I can see the professor is doing something about it.
Okay, is that slope okay? Okay, check this bracket as well. Is that firm enough?
Hey, Professor.
Hello.
Just like you promised.
Yes.
Better gutters.
Yes, these are appropriate gutters. As you can see, that's what I wanted. I wanted this height to be as high as possible. If you compare this gutter with the other one, it is so obvious. And the water over there will just come over. This one here, it will actually come and hit the gutters, fall into the gutter, and then they move on.
So will these ones maintain their shininess, unlike these ones which have rusted?
Yes, this is galvanized iron, and therefore it will remain as it is. It will be rust-proof, meaning that even the rust cannot go into the tanks. Of course, rust is dangerous. One very important thing you have to remember is to maintain the gutters, and that is cleaning them. When you maintain them, the water does not stagnate. It means that there are no mosquitoes in there, and your girls are going to be kept healthy. Maybe one day you get your trousers on and then go up and look, make sure that somebody has cleaned them. They can tell you lies that they've cleaned them when they haven't.
I'll physically check. I must check.
Yeah.
This is faster than going to get water 50 kilometers away. Just need 2 minutes and then things are running.
Yeah, or having your children getting malaria.
Oh, that will also be very, very expensive for me.
Well, here we are.
Okay,
So-
you've been getting things done, huh?
Yeah, certainly. I'm pleased with these 3 men. They're very hardworking.
It's only 3 men who've done this.
Well, some others dropped off, but these 3 men have been consistent. As you can see, it's digging very hard. Very
So
hard.
by the end of today, they'll actually have finished
That's
this.
it, yeah.
They'll have finished.
Okay.
And I want to say, please don't throw away this soil.
Yes.
We can use this soil to construct maybe 3 or 4 classrooms out of this. Yes.
Oh, the bricks.
Yeah, the bricks.
The soil is good. This is the right soil.
Good. Yes, it is good.
And how many liters of water did you say it was going to help carry?
100,000 liters of water. So each time it rains, we made sure that the gutters from there, each time it rains, we should be able to fill up this tank.
The rains we are expecting the rains in April, so it
So
will
we'll
still
be
be
in time.
good. We'll be in time.
Okay, fine.
We'll be in on time.
Okay, excellent, excellent.
While I was taking a quick break, I was happy to see Mama Eunice. She had walked for hours just to bring her milk to the school. How are you?
I'm fine, my daughter.
You've already started supplying milk to the school.
Yes, I have.
How is it going?
It's going on well.
Okay. So how many liters do you supply?
This is 5 liters.
5 liters every day.
Every day.
Even on Sundays?
Yes, even on Sundays.
Lita tano kila siku. Okay.
All right, so you're happy with that arrangement?
Yes, I'm happy with this arrangement.
Okay, let's take the milk in then. It's so encouraging to see a mother make such an effort to ensure her daughter attends school. And talking of effort, Professor and his team's effort to make a difference to the school have caught the attention of the local community leaders and building contractors. They've come to see what has been going on and hopefully learn a few things at the same time.
So that it will never rust.
Moses proudly shows off his prized design, the water tank. Everyone looks really impressed. It's not surprising as water is such a precious commodity in Marsabit.
Marsabit being a water-prone area, we don't have water in Marsabit, and women face a lot of problems in Marsabit. They can go the whole day from morning to evening in search of water. So if this idea will be implemented, a lot of energy will be saved and women will have time to be involved in other development activities.
If you are interested in knowing more about any of the great ideas and new technologies we've been trying out here in Marsabit,
SMSs and we'll send you a free information leaflet explaining exactly how they work.
and how you too can try them out to save time, energy and money.
Oh yeah, just SMS us your name and full address to the number appearing on your screen right now and we'll send you a free leaflet by post.
In next week's episode, the girls return for the new school year.
This time, 7,000. Next time.
Eunice finds out what the new fee structure will be.
This work was budgeted for 10 days of my input.
It's not all easy going for the professor's schedule.
The absorbent has 2 layers.
And we meet Juliet from Makerere, who has an interesting invention to show the girls.
This